Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Passioknit Kelsie and welcome to Frog or Finish Part 3. So, oh my gosh, 3 months ago now I moved, and while I was moving I gathered up all of the WIPs, work in progresses, I could find. I put them all in a pile in my closet and I have been trying to work through them, get my WIP number down so that I don't have a gigantic pile. The first video, I went through 12 items. We decided to frog or finish them. Frog meaning rip them apart and reuse the yarn for something else, or finish them as in finish them up. In our part 2, we also sorted through 12 items and we successfully frogged or finished everything that we needed to do, okay? Now as far as today goes, I am not exactly sure how many WIPs I have left. And I also don't exactly know what those WIPs are, so we're gonna find out together. Let's go to the closet, grab our WIPs, and decide frog or finish. Okay, after looking in my closet, it seems as though I have about 8 project bags left, and that's it. So we're gonna go through them, make some decisions, we're gonna frog, and then we're gonna finish. First things first, bag number 1, my lady lava lamps. Oh, okay. This is a recent one. Very easy. It is a beanie, 1x1 rib knitting. The needles are still on there. It's mostly done, so finish. Yeah, we'll finish this bad boy up. Next. A big Joanne bag. I don't think I've seen this in probably like years. Okay, we have 2 halves of a granny hexagon cardigan. Pretty far in here actually. We got the second half already connected, working down the sleeve. This is the yarn that's left. It might be enough, but also, I have another one. Okay. The fact that it's mostly finished and I know I have another skein in this color, once again, I'm gonna say this is an easy decision. Let's finish this bad boy. This is old, like 2 apartments ago. Old. Next, okay. A Michael's bag that has been torn to shreds. There's glitter in here. Was that a leaf? Okay, so I said the last one was old, but this is like old. I worked on this whenever I was in high school. I remember bringing this to school with me, and I'm pretty sure I have photos of it like laid out on one of the lunchroom tables. It's interesting that I remember that, but I don't remember what it is. At the current moment, it's just a rectangle. There's a pretty interesting stitch pattern to it. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's dirty. There's a lot of hair in it. It's dusty. It's old. There's actually glitter on it because the Michael's bag has glitter in it for some reason. I don't know what it is. So I think this is an obvious frog. Now there's glitter all over my pants. And I love that for me. Okay. Next. Oh, and a big cake. Not connected to anything. We have a Karen anniversary cake. It's quite intact. There's a lot of yarn here. And the only other thing in this bag is this. It looks like I was making a sweater. A cropped sweater, obviously. It's quite small. Yeah, this is pretty old as well. And it's not very good. Like, why is there just a knot there? Why did I do that? That's not good. And here, this is the end that I left to weave in later. It's like 2.5 inches long. Not gonna happen. All right, I like the idea. I like the vibes, the stripes, but that's just the yarn talking, okay? This is gonna have to be a frog. Yeah. Next up, this. Oh, you may be familiar with this. This is a Christmas sweater that I have actually already started frogging. So the decision is probably already made for us, right? I pulled this out during Vlogmas. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but yeah, no, I already got this sweater out and I already looked it over and talked about it during Vlogmas, and I decided that we should frog it, but I never completed that, obviously, because here it still is. I frogged some of it, as you can see. So here was my attempt at a Christmas sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater. Okay, I know that. And this is also a frog. It just needs to be completed in the frogging process, and I need to cake the leftover yarn so that it's not just a yarn barf mess in here. All right? Okay. 3 items left. Bag. As you can see, we have another hexagon cardigan. I'm pretty sure I stopped making this because I thought it was ugly. And you know what? I still think it's ugly. I really don't like this yarn, this colorway, specifically how it's working up with this pattern. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So with that in mind, and we already got another hexagon cardigan that we're gonna finish, so let's frog this. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Frog. Okay, small bag. This has been sitting around for quite a while. Oh, there's 2. Okay, this is a bag. This is a pattern from Hooked Me. I still have the pattern on my computer, so should we finish it? I have really been loving bags lately. I've made this bag once and then loved it, gonna make another one, started it, never finished it, but I did save it. And is that because I'm lazy or because I wanted to finish it eventually? Both options could be true, but the bag is pretty fun. Okay, this is the inside, which is like nice, flat, but this is the outside and it is all bobbles. Very fun texture. It makes a rainbow shape because what you do is you fold it like this, and then this is the top of the bag. You add straps, a strap, and then yeah, there you go. You know, how cute is that? I think I'm gonna finish this because I know what pattern it is off the top of my head. I know I have it and it's cute. So let's finish this guy. All right, last but not least, we have this thing that has been with me for many years. It's a big project. It's a kit. As you can see, this is the Brunette Blanket of Roses Afghan. This is a really old kit. I got it from my grandma's cousin. She had it sitting around, you know, so I was like, I'll take it. I went on a trip with my grandma, right, to go see her cousin, visit her, help her with moving or something. She had a big, gigantic yarn collection, way more yarn than I have currently, but she didn't crochet anymore. All she does now is cross stitch because her hands can't handle it, or I don't know, she likes cross stitch better, whatever. So on the trip, I found this kit and I started making this blanket, and everything that's in here I made on that trip. I think it was about a week. And then whenever I brought it home, I never finished it. I want to know how old this is. Is there no date on here? Nothing? Anyway, I'm not going to pull all this out and show it to you, but the obvious answer is that we're going to finish this, okay? I did not go through the trouble of making all of these beautiful flower, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octagons to tear them apart, okay? That's just not going to happen. I've already woven in my ends, all right? We have to make a blanket. It's about time. And that's it. Out of all 8 of our bags, we are going to, wow, conveniently finish 4 of them and frog 4 of them. I promise I don't look ahead. This just like has happened every time. As usual, we're gonna start with our frogging process. We're gonna go through all of these bags. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna cake up all the yarn, put it away, get it done and over with. Then I'm gonna start with my projects. I usually go from the smallest up into the biggest and finish them off one by one, and then we'll be done. We'll have no whips, which is kind of crazy for me, actually. Let's get started.
She sat through 20 minutes. Like, that is impressive. Tried to make an effort, tried to pass it. Good for her. Not everyone can take that stand.
You can blame him for being surrounded by rude people.
Like, you can't really...
Like, not crazy and bad, but like just wild. I'm trying to think. What would you do?
I don't think you can date the dad. Like, I think it would be really sad if you moved on and did try things with the dad and like you...
And then move aside. That's what's really hard. It's like, how do you not tell your partner that this is happening?
I know. Do you...
Frogged? I don't know what to do with the rest of these squares. For now, they're gonna go back in the bag.
Why not to? Are you just allowed to run around? Oh, it makes me just swap when that happens. All of a sudden it's like, I'm real. And I'm like, I don't, that's illegal. No, I'm real. And it's just like a shot to the face. Like, no.
So how did you have it?
I'm
Embarrassing, like, you think. Sometimes I'm cold.
and mother-in-law. Why? Someone goes, who has...
Oh my god, I think about doing that. Oh my god.
What if she's like outside, but this was her chance to strike him, and the whole time she's like, slow down, slow down. I'm like, just drive.
Brake lights, there's brake lights up there. Oh my god, thank you so much for telling me. Thank god you said something.
She hasn't done anything. Acknowledge it wasn't right to...
All right, we're done frogging. It sucked, hated it. The worst one was the Christmas sweater, and that's mainly because I had already woven in my ends, so I had to unweave all of the ends first. After that, it was pretty smooth, but still not fun. Now we get to actually start crocheting and knitting, yay. I think I'm going to begin with this project right here. This is the Sabin beanie pattern from Miss Coon. I think it's on Etsy. It's one of my favorites, go-to kind of just classic 1x1 ribbing. I'm pretty sure it needs to be 11 inches and we are at 7.5. It is using like a smaller needle size, okay? It's a 5mm. I know some of you think that is not small. I mean, well, to be fair, I don't know. I'd say it's average, but compared to like my chunky knit beanie, it's a lot smaller. So this is probably gonna take me like the rest of the night, maybe into tomorrow, but I'm just gonna go chill and knit because that's what I want to do. Hello. We are starting today by still working on this hat. I've added a couple more inches. It needs to be 8 with the fold because I like folded brims. And we are at 6, so we need to get 2 more inches and then we'll close up the top.
Cheating? Oh. Following the secret account. Just like, but they don't, but it's like, don't ask, don't tell, so don't talk about it with. Like, they seemed like. Also, Instagram account.
Look, first project done. I am happy to have finished it. It took some time, spread between the last like 2 days because I've been sick and really tired. So anyway, there you go. The next project we're going to work on is this one here, which is a bag. First, I'm gonna have to find the pattern, which shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure it's in my Google Drive. It is indeed. Okay, this is a pattern from Hooked Me. It's called the Maggie bag. I will just be looking through the pattern, finding exactly where I am, and picking it up from there. I believe we'll have enough yarn to finish the whole thing. I'm hoping that doesn't become a problem. It seems as though we are on row 10 out of 13. Not bad. So I'll do 4 more rounds, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll put on the strap, and I guess I'll look in my stash area, see if I have any zippers, if they're the right size, or if we're just gonna like leave the top open. Who knows? But right now, we're just gonna keep doing bobbles. Here's where we're at. I finished the first skein, which was attached. I tied on the second skein, and here's how much we have left. I have 1 row to do, which is, I'm pretty sure just like single crochets around. We're gonna have to put in some stitch markers for the straps. Conveniently, whenever I tied on the new color, it continued the ombre color effect, so we got lucky there, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna do my last row, and then straps. Here's how it's going. I am not following the pattern for these straps. No reason, honestly.
It was such a good bit. I was like, this character is so well defined.
It was amazing.
But the most insane moments for me happened in that episode.
Oh my god.
So I wrote down all the notes.
Very difficult to watch. Do well. Right. And
Guys, the bag portion is officially done. I just finished the strap. Here's what it looks like. Here's where we're at. Yeah? Yeah? I beat Yarn Chicken by this much. I'm not even joking. There's no yarn left. Magic. This was meant for this, okay? Now, I'm gonna see if I have any zippers that we can put on this bag. Hopefully. A zipper would just, you know, perfect it, right? How big is this anyway? I have a lot of zippers for some reason. What I was doing with all of these zippers, you know, none of these are a good color. This looks far too long. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's too big. A 9-inch zipper seems to be the move. I have a white one, which will work. This is the yarn zip from Coats & Clark, so I should be able to just like slip stitch it on, but I don't have any more yarn, so I have to figure something out. I decided I'm gonna use embroidery thread because it will just be easier than yarn. This is the only thread that I have that matches the bag, but there's not very much of it. So I'm just, I'm gonna hope that it goes all the way around the zipper. We won yarn chicken on the bag, you know, okay. I think we can win zipper, thread, chicken, maybe. If it runs out, then it's fine. We'll use something else.
Causes the sprinkler to start. So if you hit them, if pressure hits them, the sprinklers can go off. There are a few times where we throw those burritos, and the way that like the air works, they go upward, and we definitely hit the ceiling a few times.
I low-key wanted that to happen.
But wait, you did.
None of us did, but you see it get close a couple times.
Dude, you all would have been.
Okay, amazing. I didn't run out of thread, and I think I have enough left to like go in and sew down these edges of the zipper. So that's exciting. Okay. We're done. The zipper fits very nicely, and I think it looks great. This is a 9-inch zipper, but this is where it stops. It's a little small, but that's okay. It's all right. That just happens to be how big the opening of the bag was, and it looks beautiful. So we're done. Whip number 2 officially, and it looks so good, guys. Really, really happy with this one, okay? The strap may seem slightly short, but whenever you add stuff, it's gonna stretch a little bit because it's acrylic yarn, you know? So good. So good. Plus we won yarn chicken with the actual yarn and the zipper thread. Win-win. Win-win. This was meant to be finished, okay? Moving on, we have 2 whips left. The next one we're gonna be working on is this hexagon cardigan. I think this is not gonna take a crazy amount of time, hopefully. Considering the fact that I already have 1 sleeve done, the second sleeve is already mostly done. I'm just working my way down towards the cuff, and let's say we leave it cropped. Considering, you know, I don't have that much yarn, I think we could get this done in a very timely manner. I honestly don't know why I didn't finish it at the time that I started it, you know? Thankfully, I have notes on this cardigan, so I know that I used a 9mm hook. I think that whenever I started this, I was probably just like busy, and then I just happened to set it aside and put it in the Joanne tote bag, which is not see-through, and I, you know, just probably didn't open that tote bag or look in it for quite some time. And if I did, I just saw cardigan and I was like, ooh, I don't have time for a cardigan right now, and then close the bag. So, I mean, that's most likely what happened, because I never pulled it out. If I had pulled it out and saw an entire finished sleeve and a half, I would have realized, oh, this can be finished quite quickly, no problems. But no, I definitely just gave it a glance and I was like, oof, cardigan, and then I put it back in the bag. I feel like this has to be at least 3 years old. Somewhere along those lines. Actually, maybe more. 3, 4, 5 years old. Yeah. Let's see how many rows I need before the cuffs. 12, 9. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 more rows, do the cuffs, connect the backs, outline, done.
That.
Once again,
You were fine.
Jane, yours was sweet. Yours was sweet. I'm pretty sure a 7 was tossed in there for me.
Here's the deal.
I had a 7.
Here's the
And
deal.
Angela got 3 10s.
Here's the deal. I wrote down 3 and it was so much fun.
It's been great. It's been great.
So many things are coming out. I'm very, very excited. I'm so glad we did Summer Games.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you won. And I'm so glad that you watched Pride and Prejudice.
Sleeve 1, sleeve 2, complete, all the way down to the cuffs. I'm leaving it cropped, okay? I wanna get this baby done. So we'll go from the back connection straight into the outline. 3 rows of single crochet, and we should be finished. Just like that, we have whip number 3 finished. Completely finished, all ends woven in. Very fun, very nice. Like I said, this was relatively quick and easy to finish. I don't know why it took so long, but I'm happy that it's done. We have one whip left, the biggest whip of all, so here we go. So I just kind of want to see where we're at, lay this out, see how much of the blanket we have finished. Exactly, I do not remember. I found a picture of myself working on this project. It is from 2018. Yes, yes indeed. I was on a road trip, so this is confirmed, 7 years old. Okay, so some of the blanket is connected. Not bad. We have a bunch of squares. Well, not squares, octagons. I think if I remember, I've finished all of the like squares and octagons that we need for the actual blanket, and that's why I've started connecting it. We have all of these. And then we have these guys, squares. And there's one flower for some reason. The only thing that's missing is the pattern. I don't know where it is, which is not good. It should be in here. I'm pretty sure it came with a written pattern. Okay. So first of all, I guess I'm going to look it up online, see if I can find it that way. If not, I will look through my closet, my papers, see if I have the pattern somewhere. But I don't know why I would have put it like in a binder or something instead of just keeping it in the package with the half-made blanket. Okay, yeah, let's look it up, see if we can find the pattern. Oh, did I find it? It's called the Bernat Blanket of Roses Afghan. I looked that up. It came up on Ravelry. It says it's out of print, but they have the pattern written out for free. This should be it. It doesn't look like it's the original pattern, like that came with the kit from Bernat. Apparently this was from 1984. Although on here, it says to use a 5mm. On here, it says to use a 5.5. So I'm gonna go back to those pictures that I have of myself working on it in the car and see if I can tell what size it is. If I zoom in real close, it is really hard to tell actually. I wasn't using Clover Amours at the time, so it is just like a plain metal hook. I'm gonna see if it's in here. This might be it. This one is a 5, but also this one is a 5.5, and they are quite similar in color, so that's helpful. This one is also a 5, but this isn't the original pattern. Is this one wrong? Is that wrong? Were they different? Did the original pattern say 5mm? Which one did I use? Well, either way, I have all of the octagons and squares that I need, so it's not gonna make a huge difference. All we have to do is connect them, and I'm pretty sure there's a border. So, the thing is, if the written pattern actually did say 5, I would have used a 5. I would have not used a 5.5 just because it said it on the front, because I probably didn't even really look at this. So, I'm gonna use a 5. Okay. All right, my friends, I'm gonna lay it out. It is 4 by 6 is what they want you to do. We've got 4. So let's get set up. Perfect. That's it. That's all the blocks. Okay. So I was correct in thinking that all of the blocks were done, which is great. This is everything that I have left that was in the package. I have, I think, 1 and 75% balls of white, 1 ball of green, a very sparse ball of the darker pink rose color, and I have a barely there leftover light pink yarn ball. And I think I've come to the reason why I never finished this blanket. If you can see, I have put it together right until this point. These are supposed to be connected with the pink, this pink, that I don't really have much left of. And yeah, okay. That would be because in the pattern, it specifies that you should do a whip stitch to sew all of these blocks together. And you know, 7 years ago, how old was I? 18. I did not want to sew everything together. That's a lot of sewing. I mean, to this day, I still don't really like sewing. So instead of sewing, I just decided to slip stitch them all together, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure takes considerably more yarn than just sewing. So I'm gonna run out. And I think I realized that, so I was like, I'm just gonna stop here. Now, we might have enough to sew the rest together if I actually start doing a whip stitch, maybe. I actually think we're supposed to do another row with the light pink, like all the way around in the border. That's not happening for sure, but maybe if I actually start doing a whip stitch instead of slip stitching all the squares together, then we'll have enough pink yarn left over and it'll work just fine. Let's hope. I don't plan on selling this. Honestly, I think that this would look gorgeous on the back of my couch. We have a new couch coming for the living room. I'm very excited about it. It's green. And yeah, like, this is a perfect over the back of your couch blanket. You know what I mean? Decoration. So since I'm not selling it, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't mind if the first 2 rows have slip stitches and the rest of it has a whip stitch. Whatever. Who's gonna notice? I will, but nobody else in this house will, so it's fine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my tapestry needle, I'm gonna leave it laid out on the ground, and I'm just gonna sit on it and sew all of these squares together. Awesome. I'm getting like a full arm workout over here, and it's taking forever. I have done one long strip. I don't know if I'm just like not thinking this over like to the best of my abilities or whatever, but it's quite annoying the way it's put together. Like, I'm gonna have to sew together a lot of short pieces. Let me just show you. I just did this, right? I went up, I went all the way to the other end, right? One long thing, but that leaves this. So I'm gonna have to come in and whip stitch all of these together, right? Those 3 open spots. Now I'm moving down and I'm like, okay, like I'll do the same thing. Go here, around, like the same thing that I just did. But then this part is open And I can't just like go like up, down, and then back to here. I'm gonna have to sew this half of the square and also this. Like, ugh. I don't know if I'm not doing it right or if it's just that way regardless. It's really annoying though, actually. If it was just squares, it'd be easy, right? Because like straight shot, you just do all of these ones and then you do all the other ones going the other way. If I do find out that there is an easier way or like a way to just do them all without having to double back or anything, that's gonna suck. Because I mean, for now, like this is just what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to sew together a bunch of small pieces. Also, my back's starting to hurt. Old. Here's where we're at. I've sewed together a majority of the blanket. It's gotten dark. I am hurting from sitting on the ground. It's taken a while. All I have left is like these little spots, like this and this. See that? So right now I'm gonna take a break and eat some dinner, and then I'll come back and probably work on it some more. Might have to finish it up tomorrow morning. Sewing it together is not a fun process, but seeing it form a blanket is really nice because like that is beautiful. It's beautiful. Hello everyone, we are ready to finish this blanket. All right, great news. I've officially sewed everything together. Look at her. It's gorgeous and beautiful and amazing. The ends on this thing are crazy. Like, do you see? Look at all of them. This is how much yarn was left on the pink. It's definitely not going to be enough to do another round for the border. Looking at the photos on the border, it seems as though we're just supposed to do one row of light pink, one row of dark pink, one row of white, and then one row of green. All of them look like double crochets. I should have enough yarn for all of the other colors, just not the light pink, which is okay. I have a lot of white left over, which is unnecessary. I wish like one of these was light pink instead, because I'm pretty sure I didn't even use this other white ball. Anyway, I guess I'm going to get the pattern pulled up, see exactly what they do on the outline, just like how many increases and decreases since it's around edges and whatnot. And we are pretty close to done. Okay, so it seems I do not have enough of the dark pink yarn. I thought I would, but it's not looking like it. I am working on the outline. I started here, and I worked one side just to the other corner, right? And I looked down and I realized I don't have enough yarn left. That's it. And I have 3 more full sides to work. off of this rectangle. No, it's not gonna happen. So that sucks. I mean, I definitely have enough white because there's 2 of them. Maybe I did use a 5.5 millimeter hook on all of the octagons and squares. If that's what the pattern said do, that's probably what I did do. But why isn't there enough yarn? I don't know. Maybe some of it got lost or something. So we just do a bit of frogging, and then I will do white instead of the dark pink. And then let's hope I have enough green. I think we're done. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole rolly unveil thing. There are a couple ends to weave, but I'm gonna call it good, okay? All I can say is thank goodness the ends on the actual octagons and squares were already woven in, but here is our blanket. Should I hold it this way? Can I? Isn't it so pretty? Oh my gosh. Yay! It's gonna go perfectly on the back of my couch in my living room. Beautiful. Last whip, done. So, after all of our work, we have officially finished 4 projects and frogged 4 projects. We have blankets, cropped hexagon cardigan, adorable rainbow, not rainbow, but half circle, you know, bobble purse with zipper, and lastly, a beanie. I feel like overall, some great decisions were made. Everything that I finished, I feel proud of. I am really happy. All 3 of these things I can sell on my website. This is gonna go right on my couch. They all ended up very good, honestly. I don't regret a single thing. And I don't regret frogging anything either. I think everything we finished, good. I think everything we frogged, even better, okay? I officially have no more whip bags anywhere in my room. I mean, like maybe a current whip. I think I have half of a kelp bucket hat somewhere that I was working on before this video, but I'll just finish that up tonight. Anyway, it feels good. If you were thinking about doing any sort of frog or finish, go for it. These videos were fun. As of right now, don't have any whips, so I don't know if there will be a part 4, but if eventually I build up about 6, 8, 10, 12 whips, I'll let you know. Which of these items is your favorite? I am a little biased towards this blanket. It was a lot of work. I would not make another one, even though it is beautiful. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I'm not a blanket person, as you guys may know. This bag, adorable, love it. I would make it again. Obviously, hexagon cardigan and hat, I make that stuff all the time. So overall results, very happy with them. And I think it was good. It was great. So that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel or Caesar's channel if you want to see more content with me in it. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. Probably go make hundreds of scrunchies. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye!